Hello there and welcome to Locker Room on VOP TV. I am Jerry Arpelio and I'm thrilled to be your host for today's football extravaganza, and it promises to be exciting. And joining me in the studio is James, the knowledgeable one, and together we have Maiwa joining us virtually as we're here to give you everything football, from the latest matches to the hottest controversies. So grab your jersey and get ready for some football talk like you've never experienced before. We start off from the home front. They say charity begins at home. But before we do that, let's introduce our guys in the studio and those who are with us virtually. James, good evening. Great to have you on Locker Room.
A very good evening to you, Jerry, and also to our viewers. Another beautiful day to talk football. The old drama of the NFF still going on, and every day new one keeps unveiling. And let's not forget, today is the night we know if the small boys, the young boys of Spain, will be doing it against the OGs of France in the semifinals of the Euros. So it's actually going to be a long day, and excluding the ONFF drama. We'll be coming back to that one later.
All right, so of course, the big one happening, and of course, we have Maiwa joining us virtually. Welcome to Locker Room this beautiful day.
It's always amazing to be here. I mean, my 17-year-old boys today will determine whether they will get to the finals or not. The NFF, they continue to embarrass us on another level. Their embarrassment is like the promises of God. It keeps renewing every morning. So I mean, it's just so unfortunate. But in any case, it's a good Tuesday to talk sport. Thank you for having me.
All right, would I say it's embarrassment? For me, first of all, I was against the sack of Peseiro as the coach of the Super Eagles, definitely, and letting him go. And we made an experiment that failed in flying colors. Talking about the appointment of Finidi George, who looked like he was set up to fail, if you want to put it that way. And eventually, what eventually happened is that we've dragged ourselves like 10 steps backward. Why do we make progress? And you use your hands to spoil that progress and drag yourself backward. We had a team going to the championship that was 50-50. And we saw progress. They went to the final. All of a sudden, they are the beautiful bride. Everybody wants to handle the team. Everybody now knows that they know what to do to take the team to the next level. Okay, they say, Finidi, they say you are the man. Come in and see what you can offer. What happened? Now we are on the verge of not qualifying for the World Cup. We are not even sure about there's disarray in the team already, some bit of bad blood, and now we want Peseiro to come back. No, why invite him that time? Why didn't they tell him to stay and continue? At least it wouldn't have been this bad. But it is what it is. Why all the jamboree, the drama? If it was going to be Peseiro at the end of the day, they will fall back to.
It's rather sad that the NFF keep on developing new means to embarrass us, not just on a local level but globally. And let's not forget, this is the same NFF that traveled to London in the past. Was it last week?
They had a meeting. Maybe
to go and have a meeting with
that. Wow, it's down.
And yesterday we had to discuss how somebody wowed them. We saying they want to set up their team around the 36-year-old. I just think it's rather embarrassing. The NFF still dragging us through the same mud. They did it last time before Finidi George was appointed. They did it when before the AFCON. They wanted to sack him. Let's not forget. They went through that drama and was willing to take a pay cut. Okay, they were willing to sack him, but that they could not pay his salary. And a determined person that wanted to prove doubters wrong said he's willing to take a pay cut, and he did. And it led us. And let's not forget this. One of the stipulations they made then was if Peseiro does not take us to the quarterfinals or so, he was going to be sacked. It was good enough to take us to the final. It did very well to take us to the final. After the competition, the NFF were coming out to say they didn't have money to pay Peseiro. Where is the money coming out from now? That was down to confirm.
No, they wanted to put us in a.
Why take us through the drama of moving us up and down? Didn't the amount of meetings they have done since January, since after the AFCON till now?
See, let me tell you how issue of government works. Until when they see that it's crucial, that's a Nigerian system. Because those who are to bring the money will feel that why not manage? Use a local coach. He will still do the same thing that Peseiro will do. Why should you waste such money? Manage what you have
if
and
I'm Peseiro, I'm not taking this job. Even if they pay me times 2 of what I was earning before. Because this time
it looks like Peseiro is also dead.
It's coming.
It looks like the man.
Is the good name he has is better. They say his good name is worth more than what? Diamond and gold. If this good name he has with Nigerian citizens, now it's good. Let him just hold it to himself. Because coming back
to
this,
what is he going to do? Is he going to get a big job?
Just coming now. Just let him calm down. Coming back to this Eagles job now. This job is much more difficult than what he left.
The same thing.
It's the same team. But now we are practically 2 legs out of the World Cup.
Qualifiers.
World Cup the World Cup, everything together. The AFCON competition, the AFCON qualifiers also is also looking like a very dangerous group we are in. If he comes and does not deliver, he's coming to take over a job that is in a state of.
Now the thing is that it will more of the fact that it's no longer in his hands because they already know they've already spoiled what he has built. So now he's not going to try.
The first two World Cup qualifiers matches that we had, it was under Peseiro, and we didn't win anyone. Let's not forget.
We got a draw.
He's coming back to take over. Now, okay.
But now the hope is hopeless. The hope has been renewed.
Peseiro got a draw and he lost one. So it's not like there are a lot of differences.
I think the qualifiers he played, he didn't lose any.
He drew the 2 matches.
He drew 2 matches.
Yes. But now he's coming to take over the same. If he needed to drew one, he drew one and lost one.
He renewed the hope.
So at this point, I would just advise, if I'm Peseiro, I don't know if maybe the money might be tempting. And I see it's rather embarrassing that the NFF are just jumping from pillar to post to pillar back. It's sad. Because they had the opportunity of renewing his contract.
Yeah,
this photo we have now was the photo they had.
The photo they decided to finish the job.
So what how did this meeting end before they now went back to finish the job?
I think we already knew the politics that we had played. They said, okay, why waste that money to renew Peseiro's contract? The minister actually wanted to keep Peseiro. And they said they didn't want Peseiro. That they want another foreign coach, not Peseiro. And I said, if you are not getting Peseiro, then pay the foreign coach, or you stick with Finidi.
This same NFF were the one that were criticizing the style of play. Now, are they trying to say now the style of play,
or was it Nigerians who are
at this point now,
the likes of Mayowa, please come out.
Are they trying to justify his style of play now? Let's even hear from Mayowa. Maybe Mayowa may come from another angle.
Mayowa, I know you have no love lost for Jose Peseiro, but it looks like the way your NFF has messed the whole things up, it looks like they will have to go and beg the man. Please, Emma Binuejo, forgive us.
But we are now picking the Warriors.
We're like the prodigal son.
We are coming back to beg you.
Daddy, have mercy on us. Come back.
well, like they say in Yoruba, Patatimo le kole, Olua pata di igi woroko le, meaning that a shoe that you left that you no longer wear again, since you have run out of shoe, that shoe that became your best shoe. The thing is this. In as much as this situation is very funny, we need to begin to ask questions. So the first question is this: what did they went for London? What did they went to London to do?
They went to take tea.
What was the purpose of going to London? What was the purpose of spending like taxpayers' money to go to London? I think this is where EFCC and this corruption agency needs to step in. They need to reimburse.
Yes, you are not really settling with the federal government. You are coming there to come to NFF.
I mean, to be honest with you, they need to reimburse Nigerian back that money, because if you are going to circle back to Peseiro, there was no need to go to London. I can bet you when they begin to present the receipt, you will see the ridiculous places that they stayed over for the 3 or 4 days that they spent in London. The kind of food they ate, the places they slept, they just went on to squander money. If you know from the onset that you are going to circle back to Peseiro, why waste money? That's the first thing. Another thing is this: in as much as before the Nations Cup ended, you said that you were no longer continuing with Peseiro. You waited, you allowed his contract to expire. Yes, forget that. Me personally, I don't enjoy the style of play of Peseiro. Peseiro, brought us into this World Cup qualifier mess. I mean, he was the one that was there for the first 2 matches, and we couldn't get the maximum point, and that was where this downhill spiraling started from. So, in as much as I'm not a fan of Peseiro or whatever it is, having a Peseiro, at least we know we have a stable coach. Peseiro is better than not having anything at all, to be honest with you. I mean, if they've not been able, to be honest with you, if they've not been able to sort out these things, I mean, for the past 5 months, they can't hire a foreign coach. They can't even hire a local coach. let's even bring it for it. They can't even hire a local coach that will stay. Now, definitely, if they circle back to Peseiro, in as much as it's very disappointing, at least that Peseiro is a bit more stable.
Yeah,
And
the devil you know.
Yeah, I mean, and it goes to show that we don't even know what we are doing.
Mayowa, to be honest, you are Peseiro. The NFF are coming to rehire you for the job of the Super Eagles, a job that they didn't allow you to continue with project you started. Are you coming back or not?
Well, James, I'm very honest with you. Peseiro is coming back because of the money. Let's be honest. Which country is going to hire Peseiro? Which country or club is going to hire Peseiro? Which of them? Nobody's talking about hiring Peseiro now. Nobody's talking about it. Before Peseiro probably get
South African League, we heard that Mamelodi Sundowns.
At the point where we're hearing news from
Mamelodi Sundowns
are coming for him.
Saudi Arabia
are coming for him.
Jerry,
yes.
if that were to be true, why have they not snapped him up after 5 months? Why? What is?
Why are they waiting?
That's true.
Why are they waiting?
It will be his agent selling him.
But it's rather sad. It's rather sad what the NFF are doing.
It's just unfortunate that they now wasted money to go to London. Wasted money.
It's not just you guys are forgetting. It's not just London. It's not just London. The money they wasted is not just on London. After Peseiro left in February, we wasted time, put our job on offer online on Twitter for people to apply. After that, they had meeting with Peseiro. They had to invite Peseiro again from wherever it was when during his vacation. He brought him back.
They would have paid his flight down here.
Yeah, definitely. They brought him back to Nigeria, held meeting, his hotel fee, the flight fee, everything. I'm sure it was on the NFF.
And they spent 15 million on the man that just have
Finidi, they brought Finidi. That was not the formula. They paid him 15. Maybe they have not paid him.
They gave him good accommodation. They gave him
a brand new vehicle,
G-Wagon.
So what are they saying? What are they saying?
Jerry, are they going to collect the car back? Because
they gave him before the car has been parked at the glass house. He's in the accommodation in Lagos on the island. That car goes nowhere right now.
So the indecision of the NFF is rather embarrassing. They are just embarrassing us on the world stage. Because this news that we are seeing, everybody in the country, in the world is seeing this. You are showing the incompetence of the board. They're not displaying it out there. It's rather sad that these people don't know what they are doing. I'll not be surprised. Tomorrow now you see another person. They will not appoint Peseiro. They're not going to bring one person. Because when we saw the meeting with Peseiro too, the last time that they were gathered with the sport minister, where Peseiro is coming back.
There's no
only for them to come back for Finidi.
Let me tell you, the mind of the minister is on Peseiro. That's just it. That is why you still see that Peseiro is still in the conversation. Because if you look at it logically, from what he has done so far, he has done well, taking the team to the final, make the team believe again. Let me tell you, back before that Nations Cup, a lot of Nigerians lost faith in the Super Eagles. True. Nobody believed that the Super Eagles has what it takes to go as far as winning the Nations Cup. Let's all tell ourselves the truth. But they got to that Nations Cup and they made Nigerians believe again. That is why the likes of Finidi and Co were all interested in running up and down, because they feel that this brand is now moving, is now doing well. Everybody now knows how to coach. Everybody is now Mourinho. Everybody is now Sir Alex Ferguson. They want to now tell the coach the pattern to play because now he's doing well. Okay, now he's doing well, but still yet you don't appreciate him. Who are you bringing? You are taking away Peseiro and bringing in Finidi George. Who does he have formula? Is that that way to the final?
You are just going straight. Because let's not forget the dribble and everything that went on before we had landed on Peseiro.
It shows that we don't know how to manage success. Talking about those at the NFF. I don't think they didn't manage or build on the success of the team.
I don't think it's showing that we don't know how to manage success. It just shows that the people that we put in a position to manage the whole board, they don't have an idea of what they are doing.
They are failed woefully.
You don't let a coach go without having a plan B or plan C or
Let me tell you. For instance, if Chelsea were to fire a manager, no matter how good he is, even Osimhen, they will not cycle all around and reappoint him. They won't even try that. It's so embarrassing.
In the space of 5 months.
Instead, they will go for a coach better than him and pay him whatever amount.
In the space of 5, all this we are saying have happened in the space of 5 months.
So it's
they're now making a Jose Mourinho, a Peseiro look like a Carlo Ancelotti in the Nigerian football.
Yeah, that is how it is.
And it's rather sad that the NFF don't know what they are doing. I will not be still surprised if the Peseiro does not still come and they end up bringing one coach that say he does not need formula to win games.
It is well. But Maiwa, it is well. God will save us. as it is.
Jerry is very simple. It's just like you putting a 9-month-old baby, putting him in the driver's seat, telling him to drive. Obviously, we all know the result now. We know the 9-month-old will not be able to drive the car. And that's what we have in the NFF. We have decided, the Congress that elected Gusau and co, they decided to put a 9-month-old in the driver's seat of the Nigerian football, and that's what we are seeing right now. Because I mean, there's no way on earth that a 9-month-old will be able to drive a car. There's no way, and that's what we are seeing now. I mean, we have already said it. The incompetency that they are exuding, is just showing everywhere. And I ask this question again: Sports Minister, why is he on this matter? What is the sports minister business with?
Whether you like it or not, as a sport minister, if I'm the sport minister,
he has to be there.
Yes, he has a stake in this, whether you like it or not.
The money they're going to spend is currently coming from the federal government.
Let me also let you know, as the sport minister of Nigeria, your biggest sports brand is the Super Eagles.
Yes.
Definitely, if people who are there are not doing the right job, I hold it upon him. It's also upon him that he should also come in. Since he looks like the likes of Goso and Co are not doing the right thing, it's now left for him to make sure that they are not wasting taxpayers' money. I think on the part of the Sports Minister is the best thing he should have done, meddling into this issue, because Goso has proven that he doesn't have what it takes. Because the last dispensation, in spite of the fact that Pinnick, I'm not a big fan, but he showed that he knew what he was doing. We didn't see the last minister meddling in who was going to be the coach and so on and so forth. All he just needed to do, when he saw that they know what they were doing, he was just giving them their support. And this coach we are talking about, Peseiro, was under Pinnick's board before he left. And since then, what progress have they made? The only progress they made was to remove the man who was a little bit successful and brought in Finidi George, who has no formula. And going about, under Pinnick's time, would you hear them putting the application online? It has never been heard before. And I know the sport minister would have been looking and said, okay, though I don't know a lot about sport, but this doesn't make sense. He would have said, this does not make sense. Why can't you just let the man stay and continue from where he stopped? So it's all sad. But we have someone online, Israel Agbonkese, is saying that NFF are confused set of politicians. Okay, politicians who are confused. Maybe that's the word for you, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. And of course, we'd like to know where you are sending your comment from.
It's correct. You cannot blame me, because politicians mostly are after their pockets.
Yeah.
And this
no permanent friends.
No permanent friends.
Only permanent interest.
And these men that we have now that are guiding this the whole body now, I think it's more about their personal pocket than what they can, than results. Let's just say results. They're not after results. They are basically after their pockets. And don't be surprised, this London trip that they went for, they will say the whole money that they got from CAF has finished on this trip. I will not be surprised, because this NFF now, what is going on is... And
they will go with some handbags. They'll have to take picture for them.
Definitely. We are going to London. It's going to be cold. Okay, no, there is summer, so it's not going to be that
anyway, summer is the best time to go with handbags. I know my will have some things to say about that, definitely.
Well, the thing is, they have $4 million to spend. I've said it, and that's the reason why they want to squander the money. But I have to circle back to the issue of the sports minister. See, the thing is this: the sports minister stepping in has not yielded anything. Remember the photo op that they did the last time? If the sports minister was really pulling weight, when Peseiro came back for the photo op, I mean, that would have settled it. We would not have even gone through the trauma of appointing Finidi less than 3 weeks to the World Cup qualifiers, and Finidi being fired. And after that, we have to travel, the sports minister even traveling to go and watch PowerPoint presentation, and they now have to circle back to Peseiro again. So the sports minister himself, I don't think he has a grip on the situation, to be honest with you. I mean, yes, in as much as is the little voice of reason that we have in terms of football at the moment, I don't think he himself knows exactly what's supposed to be done. If the NFF were very efficient, even the NFF president does not even have any business in terms of searching for coach. There is a technical committee of the NFF. Those are people that should be saddled with the responsibility to do that. These are ex-professionals, ex-internationals that know the game in and out, that can, do the job. And that's how you know the effectiveness, of the kind of board we have. I mean, so the people that made before they started this their TV series that they are shooting for us. I mean, they said we should come and everybody should come and apply online. I have still not gotten an email as regards of how my application went because I applied. I didn't get any email informing me of how my application went. I mean, they're supposed to inform me if they are not going to give me the job.
They don't need to. The silence means consent. The silence now means they are not giving you the job. Just forget about it. I'm sure out of the thousands of applicants they had that day, they didn't reply one single person.
Yes, I'm very certain.
Let's not forget they drew a short list too. There was a time they drew a short that the top 3 or top 4
goes short.
And that the former Pep Guardiola assistant was also among. A former USA coach was also among. Till today, the thing just died out. Come on now. I support Israel. His name, that's his name, right?
Yeah,
when they say these guys are politicians, they know what they are doing. Just come and give these people small green light, and you do the red light, and you do what you have in your mind. Just show them a small what they want to see, and what you want to do is in your mind. I will not be surprised if they appoint somebody next tomorrow. It's not Peseiro. Just watch.
All right. Israel says that he says again that I don't buy the idea of reappointing Peseiro. Let's go for someone better, please. What's hard in appointing a world-class coach for the Super Eagles? Let me tell you the truth, Israel. If you are watching us wherever you are watching us from, the excuse is that they don't have the money, they can't afford a world-class coach. So you manage any grade of coach they have available for you. So if Peseiro is their almighty world class, if he can do it, please accept it. Accept it at least.
This Peseiro now that we are praying to come in, when he does not perform, the way this NFF will embarrass him.
You won't even have the players, for instance. Okay, if you are going into a project, for instance, you want to hire a world class coach, what is the plan? Is it to win the World Cup? That's it, because where the world class coach, where are the players?
NFF out of this,
for instance, if you are hiring a world class coach, you have a plan that you have the players, for instance, and you have an administration set up. For instance, the Super Eagles don't have a main stadium. Like in England, in Spain, all those big teams, even Brazil, they have a stadium where they play all their home games. They have a setup. They have a plan. Every player, when they retire, there's a plan and so on and so forth. If all those setups are in place, then you can ask, okay, I want to go for a world-class coach. Then I can now say yes. Then I can now say, let me go for a world-class coach because all the setup has been put in place. So because if you hire a world-class coach under this terrain, under this Ghana must go politicians who are running the NFF, touch and go, kick and follow, they will mess the coach up. The club will come here and they will mess him up. Yes, it will now look like Guardiola or Co does not know what they are doing. Because under this setup, no world-class coach will succeed. And let me tell you the truth. Because, let me tell you, when they want to hire a foreign coach, there's also a situation where they will ask the coach, yes, we're going to be paying you on paper. We're paying you $200,000 every month. Let me tell you, $50,000 is coming to us. You are going to keep $150,000, I will keep $50,000. So, a coach in the quality of Ancelotti or Co, who are the world class you are talking about, would they accept such terms?
This NFF team, I think this NFF team are more concerned about their pockets.
Yeah.
They don't want to instill any long-term, let me say something good for the long term. They are after the short term, their pockets basically. What they can get in the next 4 years, 3 years, and leave. Because they know they will not be there forever. Definitely, they cannot be there forever.
Yes, so whatever
short term. Whatever they are doing there, they want to just.
Because if their family member will say, "How will you be NFF president? You cannot drive in G-Wagon. How will you be NFF president? You cannot settle boys."
They use every opportunity they get just to maximize their own profit, personal profit. They are not after the long run. We can go to the stadiums and see what we have in our stadiums.
This well.
Let's not forget the last World Cup qualifier where we played Ghana. The last time in Abuja, can you remember what happened after the match where we didn't qualify? Can you remember what went on? That's even a long time. I think earlier this season was it the Enugu Rangers match against I can't remember who they played with. I
think it was Lobby Stars.
They purposely admitted more than enough numbers of fans. Yeah, people were practically sitting on the side track on the wrong way.
I remember that happened in Kano when we were to play.
Unfortunately, not the match ended well. We remember how that match ended. That was like this only I'm talking about was practically this season. So this NFF body, they are just after their pockets. If not, why will a stadium that is supposed to manage a match? You know the capacity of your stadium. You are now taking more than the required numbers. You are now making your fans sit.
They're cashing out.
You just shows you what is going on in the state FA. That's the state too. What would not the NFF, the whole federal body, what would they be doing?
It's quite hilarious and not too interesting, but it is what it is. Okay, and still taking more updates this time around. We still appreciate your comments, whether you can drop them on YouTube. You can also do that on Facebook, and of course, you can also do that on Twitter. You follow us on Twitter, Voice of the People TV. On Facebook, we're also there, Voice of the People TV. And on YouTube, we are also Voice of the People. We take it from the angle of the people because we are speaking on behalf of Nigerians anywhere in the world as far as football is concerned. And of course, we also want to appreciate Israel. He said that he's watching all the way from Germany. We appreciate you, and of course, continue to enjoy the best that we can offer, and of course, tell you as far as Nigerian and other football matters is concerned. All right, let's talk about Ifeanyi Udeze. The former Nigerian international has expressed doubt about the current Super Eagles team, stating that he does not have full confidence in the team. He made this comment while reacting to the AFCON 2025 qualifying draw, which revealed that Nigeria will face Benin Republic in the qualification process. The last time both teams clashed on March the 4th of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, Benin Republic came from a goal down to win 2-1, and it was the Genotro-led side second win in the World Cup qualifiers, while the Eagles are yet to record a win. After 4 games, the Eagles have 3 points and occupy 5th place in the group, and he said he has his fears. Definitely, we share in your fears, Ifeanyi. And
it's not just having his own fears. Me, I'm even taking off my mind from Nigeria making me to
the World Cup.
I'm no longer scared.
Relax.
Now the only thing I'm scared of is now NFF going to appoint one Nigerian that has not done that we don't know again as head coach, or go and pick one coach that will have to now go and Google his profile. That who is he? What has he done in his coaching career as an head coach? Because now my mind is practically off the next World Cup. I like Maiwa rightly said in previous episodes. He said he made mention of let the NFF let's take a break from football and try to put our house in order. Stop the NFF quota system rule. Put a code of conduct for the whole NFF and also the Super Eagles, and not just the Super Eagles. Every section that has to do with the NFF. The Super Eagles, the Super Falcons, the Under-17, everybody have a particular code of conduct that you operate by. Because now we are just doing vibes and inshallah. That what is, and it cannot work.
It is what it is.
It cannot work. Let's just see what the NFF has to do, because now it's rather sad.
Why do you share the fears of Ifeanyi Udeze? Do you still have hope? Because I know you used to have hope in Finidi Ball, but there's no more Finidi Ball. Where is your hope now? Is it renewed hope?
Well, it's very simple. I think I've said it over and over again. We should not qualify for any tournament. We should lose out. We should not qualify for the Nations Cup. We should not qualify for the World Cup. I mean, if we don't do that, people will not have money to steal. When we don't qualify, we don't get participation fee. And when the glass house is not attractive, a whole lot of people will not come and contest. People who don't have Nigerian interest at heart will not come and contest, and that's just the honest truth. Because I mean, as it is right now, they are not doing the right thing, and I want to share in Udeze's sentiment, in Udeze's fear. I mean, we are in the same group with Rwanda and Benin Republic, and these are the same guys that we are going to play in the World Cup qualifiers. And at the moment, we have not been able to put our house in order. At the moment, we don't even have a coach. The only person that is constant is the media officer. Apart from that, nobody else. And like James rightly said, at the end of the day, they will hire somebody that will be doing to give a Wikipedia page. I mean, when they hire the unknown name, we will now start to go and create Wikipedia page for that person, because I mean, we will not be able to get any information about the person, because that's what will happen at the end of the day. Even the Peseiro that they are talking about might not even hire Peseiro. At the end of the day, Peseiro might not even take the job. So probably we might end up hiring a grade Z coach that Nigerians will give a Wikipedia page, and that's the coach that will take us forward. So I think personally for me, I want us to drop out of all the major competitions. Wow. Then yes, it's going to be a great.
You're on fire.
It's the truth. It's going to be a very great loss for our stars, for their player, our quality players. They will not be able to participate in major competitions. But however, I think we'll be able to get it right if we don't qualify for anything, because there will be no money. Everybody will now focus on going back to the drawing board and setting things right Also,
Right.
we have talked about code of conduct for NFF. The code of conduct needs to extend to the state FAs too, because what we are seeing now is the product of the state FAs. The state FAs contributed to the current situation we are in. They voted these persons in. They voted this current board in. There needs to be a code of conduct for the state FAs too, for things to be run properly, for us to be able to move forward, to be honest with you.
All right, let's see how it pans out. Okay, let's run through some stories so that we can go straight to the Copa America. Okay, let's tell you about Victor Osimhen. On Tuesday started preseason training with the Serie A club side Napoli, and the future of the Nigerian international remain uncertain. And despite his arrival for preseason duty, according to reports from Italy, Osimhen arrived at Castel Volturno and thus on Tuesday morning to undergo medical examinations with Napoli and start preseason under Antonio Conte. The striker was among the first players to arrive at Napoli's training center. The 25-year-old is expected to leave the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium this summer. I think if it were Finidi, he would still be dragging his feet, but it is what it is. The man had to make, because in case he's not leaving, he has to at least impress Antonio Conte. All right, let's talk about the Copa America, where Argentina head coach Lionel Scaloni has said even if Messi is not 100% fit, he will still play him. Argentina received a major boost ahead of their Copa America semi-final clash against Canada in the early hours of Wednesday morning. And Scaloni confirmed that Captain Lionel Messi is fit to play despite hamstring injury concerns. You will understand why. Messi is the best. Definitely, you have to play him even when he's not fully fit.
He's like the most important player, so yes, Scaloni has to just make that risky decision. But let's hope, like they said, he's fit now, so maybe it's a good one. It's a good one.
Even if it's one leg, he will play. Even if he's limping.
Give me some minutes so that they can play against the Canada side. The Canada side has not been that bad in the competition also. Let's see if they can make it into the next qualifier.
Mayowa, one leg Messi is better than two leg or four leg players.
Well, I think in as much as Scaloni wants to play Messi because he's one of their best players and he has a whole lot of quality he brings to the team, I think he's taking a whole lot of risk. He's risking Lionel Messi. Remember when Kevin De Bruyne was rushed back from injury, he went off again for another 3-4 months. Hamstring injury is not an injury you play with. You ease people back into games. You don't rush them back into into competitive matches. And I think the game against Canada will be very competitive. If he rushes Messi back, he might lose him throughout for the remainder of the game, and even the next game should they qualify. So in as much as yes, Messi will bring a whole lot of quality, I think it's too early to want to play. Perhaps maybe if he's going to play, maybe it should come in the last 5 minutes of the game and not risk him to start, because if you risk him to start, he might just aggravate the hamstring again and he will be out for a very long time. So Scaloni should be very watchful as regards trying to play one of his best player in this very tough game that's coming up.
And you know how dangerous it is if he doesn't play Messi and they lose. They'll say you should have still played him. Play him.
He said he was fit.
He said he was fit. Who said you? Who said you play him?
If he plays him and he plays just 10 minutes, then that would be a great miss for them also now. So it needs to be very, very...
I even think the Argentina team is not that bad. They still have the likes of Di Maria, Lautaro Martinez, and also Alejandro Garnacho, somebody that's still coming up. And these are players that can still push the boys forward. So I think if it's not 100%, I think giving him, like Maiwa rightly said, maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes late on in the match, but starting the player that is just coming back from hamstring injury, I think it's a risk that he will not want to go. He will take.
All right, and of course that's Scaloni's headache. Talking about, I'm happy that I'm not in his shoes on making that big decision whether to start Messi or not. All right, let's talk about the Euros. It's going down tonight, and of course the La Roja of Spain, they're taking on the French Les Blues, and it's going to be a big match in that semi-final pairing. And of course, they're set to face off in tonight's Champions League semi-finals at the Football Arena in Munich tonight, with both teams looking to continue their impressive runs. Some would not say France has been impressive.
I will not say that.
Spain comes into the match on a high after beating Germany 2-1 in extra time in the quarterfinals, while France edged past Portugal on penalties after a goalless draw. The Spanish side has been unbeaten in their last 8 games with 7 wins and 1 draw, while France has also gone 8 games without a loss, with 4 wins, 4 draws, and 1 defeat. And their last meeting was in the UEFA Nations League final, where France emerged victorious by 2-1. Of course, we have an inexperienced side playing against an experienced side. For France, they've been unlucky under Didier Deschamps when it comes to the Euros. But maybe this might be the one where they are not even doing fantastically well. When they were doing very well, beating teams, they crashed out of the Euros. But now it looks like they are going to use one leg and crawl to the final.
If this France team mistakenly defeats or gets, let me just get past
to the final.
Come on. I'll just
win the championship without scoring a goal.
I'll come to the conclusion that football is a very cruel sport. Because a team that has not scored any goal from open play. Okay, let's just say the Kylian Mbappe goal is a goal from open play. It's a penalty.
It's not an open
Come on, I wonder what they are doing in the semi-finals. Where you have had teams like Germany leave the competition, you have had Portugal. Okay, Portugal said they won't do very well. So
Portugal still be better than them.
A team like Turkey.
Yeah.
A team that thought like Turkey also. These Switzerland sides were not that bad.
Yeah.
And all these people are nowhere in the competition. And you still have a French team that the only goal that they have recorded to their name is a Kylian Mbappe's penalty.
The rest own goals,
and they have played 5 matches.
Own goals, penalties.
If they do the same thing against Spain this night, I will feel so sad for.
Don't worry. There will be one own goal from Spain.
And you know one thing, I'll say this here: if Spain are not quick enough to kill the game in the first half, or maybe and they say first 15-20 minutes of the second half, it will be a difficult one for them. Because by then, this 17-year-old that they have will not be as strong and will not give you the energy to kill the game. But France, on the other hand, they have a working machine like Kante in the midfield, and they still have players on the bench who can come in and just score one goal and they will sit tight and kill the game. Yeah. And if they score before Spain again, that's another problem. If this France team are lucky to score before Spain in the first half or whatever, they will kill the game. So I think I just don't want to see France get it. I don't want to see France in that finals, please.
Your boys up against the Le Bleu of France. What's your take?
Well, like I say, Elo Fokombale, Spain will enter the final. So I'm not scared. I think today will be the end of the road for France. I don't think they have enough quality to be able to. Yes, they have quality players, but in terms of their overall team play, I don't think they produce enough quality to be able to dispatch the Spanish side. Yes, one thing that's been fantastic about them is their game management level. And that has been very fantastic. N'Golo Kante too has been very exceptional, and they should also thank William Saliba. Saliba has been awesome in this tournament, and is one of the reasons why they are in the semi-final. How do you explain it? They have only 1 goal scored from penalty, the rest own goal, and they are in the semi-final. And you have a team, that are scoring left, right, and center. They've already kicked them out. However, I think the Spanish side, they possess enough quality. There's a particular. I want to see the battle in the midfield. There's a particular Rodri that does the same thing, practically the same thing like Kante. I want to see who takes the battle in the midfield, because Rodri is also very, very instrumental.
We'll give it to Kante. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to wait that time. We'll give it to Kante. Kante has about 4 lungs.
I mean, you cannot take the importance of Rodri away.
True.
Remember the game against in the second round, the Spanish side, they went down. They considered an own goal, and there was a lot of panic. It took Rodri to tell the young boys, to calm down, and was able to play them calmly into them winning that game 4-1. So I would like to see what Rodri will be able to do today, because I mean the French midfield is very exceptional with the inclusion of Kante in it. I want to see what will happen. But like I said, Elo Fokombale, Spain is entering the final and Spain is winning.
I think it's going to be a difficult one for France, because practically Kante has been carrying the midfield. Without Kante, they are not doing well. But compared them to the Spanish side, where a Fabian Ruiz has been incredible also, scoring goals and also doing the dirty work alongside Rodri. So I think both players complement each other very well. But when it comes to the France side, they have not a consistent person to play what they call it, Kante. In previous matches, we have seen Kamavinga. At the point, we have seen Tchouaméni. At the point, we have seen this guy at Monaco now. Is it Fofana? Yeah. At the point, so these are players that, and also Rabiot. So the inconsistency is one thing that might tell on a match like this that is going to be a battle of midfielders. So let's just see if whoever the Deschamps decides to go with at the end of the day. But I just don't want to see France in that final, please. Spare us, Spain.
Gustavo has told me that France-England final, but it's only Spain that looks like the team that might alter that crystal ball's prediction.
The fact that you guys are overlooking Netherlands.
That crystal ball, you have to throw it away.
The fact that they are even, the fact that you guys are giving.
Now on our fake crystal ball.
The fact that you guys are even looking over, you guys are giving what they call it, France, England an automatic qualifier against the Netherlands. One thing that I'm finding surprising. But let's just see. This Netherlands side have been doing very well, and the players are turning up. Like Cody Gakpo is doing well in front. Savicimo's doing well in front, and also in defense. Likes of Van Dijk and also Nathan Aki. These are players that are turning up for them. But let's just see. We'll see what happens when it comes to that one. That's tomorrow night.
Also, I failed to mention there's a Dani Carvajal that will be missing in the Spanish national team today.
True.
And that is giving me a little bit of a headache. I don't know what De La Fuentes will
You have the absence of Carvajal, also you have the absence of Pedri. Those are two very important players who will not be
for Pedri, Dani Olmo will step in. I'm 100% sure. I'm just only skeptical about Dani Olmo not picking up injury because he's a bit older and the rest of that.
Sure.
My concern is Dani Carvajal, who has been a rock in the defense. I want to see who is going to replace him and how that person will do. Apart from that, I don't think I have any.
Whoever is going to be replacing him, let's be prepared because that might be the place Kylian Mbappe will focus on all through.
Yeah, talking about
and Cucurella should be well prepared this night for Ousmane Dembele. Yes, Cucurella has had a great competition. Yes, he has turned up. I remember before when the national team, Spanish national team came out, people like Gary Neville were quick to criticize Cucurella. That was what's Cucurella doing in the team. And funny how he has been doing incredibly well and he has been proving everybody wrong. I think he has been having a good match all through. Yeah. So now this night is going to be a very, very important one where he's going to face the likes of Ousmane Dembele or Kolo Muani, whoever the Deschamps feel fit to start.
All right, and of course, still more about the Euros. England's captain Harry Kane is under pressure to regain his top form ahead of their semi-final clash against the Netherlands. Starts on Wednesday. And despite scoring twice in the tournament so far, including a crucial winner against Slovakia, Kane has struggled to show his clinical edge, managing only 2 shots against Switzerland in the quarterfinals and an expected goal tally of just 0.12. Harry Kane came like a house on fire when he came to the Euros, but it seems like him not winning any trophy actually we don't really encourage him. Why should I score goals at the end of the day? We don't win anything.
That's normal, but I think
that's what happens to you.
I think one of the things that is one factor that is affecting him is let's not forget he was injured before the Euros, and I'm not be surprised if not 100% fit to play these matches that he has been included in. I'm thinking the injury, maybe his injury recovery was just fasting just for him to be in this Euros. And if you see his play if you watch England matches, I don't think he has been
the Harry Kane. Sharp.
Yes, the Harry Kane that we are used to. Harry Kane is one player that if things are difficult for him in the box, he drops back to the midfield to try to make chances for the wingers. I've not been seeing much of that in this Euros because of I feel it's not 100% fit.
All right, so Mayo for Harry Kane, are you expecting the goals to start coming in against the Netherlands tomorrow?
It's a possibility. Harry Kane can turn up anytime and do the magic. However, I think we've been a bit hard on Harry Kane too much. The passes have not been coming in regularly, and that's the reason why. The number of chances created for him has been very, very minimal, and this has to do, with the overall play of, the English side. Yes, remember the first 3 games we were complaining. We only saw a little difference. In the round of 16, even the first half of that round of 16, Harry Kane was really starved until they came in the second half and they had a bit of joy. The match that we were able to see Harry Kane a bit was against the Swiss. That was when we were able to see him a bit. I think if the English side can improve better in terms of in terms of their connecting passes to Harry Kane, I think Harry Kane will be able to do the damage. Yes, he has not been that sharp, but however, the passes have not been that frequent. The killer passes have not been that frequent for him to be able to finish, and that's the reason why we've not seen a whole lot from him. But in any case, tomorrow is another day, and we'll be able to see if if Southgate side will be able to drop the killer passes for him to be able to finish.
All right, of course, the killer passes. If the likes of Bukayo Saka, the likes of Jude Bellingham, And of course, Phil Foden are not stingy with the passes. Okay, we had some interesting news. It looks like Manchester United are busy in the transfer window. We heard that they have had a £42 million bid for Lenny Euro by Lille, according to reports emanating from France. We've heard about Martins de Leeds and Gerard Braithwaite as well. And though Euro says he prefers to go to Real Madrid, as a 10-year-old defender, who do you want to go and bench? Is it Cavallal? Is it Militao? Is it Alaba? I think the man should go for a club side that will give him chances. That is look like Manchester United right now. And anyway, it is what it is.
I love the fact Manchester United they are looking more serious than what we are used to. I think the last time Manchester United were this active in the transfer window, maybe in the days of Sir Ferguson. I love the fact that now they are making it much more competitive and they are looking very serious. They are not before Manchester United focus on one player till when they are 9 minutes, they will now move to another person when it doesn't work out. But now they are working on like 3 defenders, centre backs at the same time.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that they are looking more serious. A good one for them. Kudos for them. And I think this Euro is actually a very good move if he finally decides to join Manchester United. But I think Euro come to Manchester United, play 3-4 years, go to Madrid. It's a good one.
He wants an easy way out.
The easy way. I think that's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for him going to that Madrid side.
And the thing is that if you go to Manchester United, it's mostly 20% of opportunity you get to succeed and move to Real Madrid because England can rubbish you no matter how good you are.
True, they know how to expose you.
Yeah, if you are
not good enough, if you are good enough, you will prosper. If you are not good enough,
it's only Getafe that will be interested in you.
Well, no, but from matches, I think I watched the match against Aston Villa last season. It was incredible. For him to do that against an English team at Aston Villa last year, I think he can bear with it. He can cope with the pressure that comes with it.
My wife is 18 years old. Take this one. Let's wrap it up so that we can leave.
Well, the English league has a way of exposing you. Mostly the top league also has a way of exposing you. Remember our own Taiwo, how he was exposed when he went to one of these top league and he couldn't play 5 games and he was dropped to the bench. So I mean for the 18-year-old for Lenny Euro, I think Manchester United will be a great place for him to be able to on his skills. There is a Kobe Mino and Manchester United are beginning to build the team around younger players. So you have a Kobe Mino who is 19, you have a Garnacho who is just 20, and the rest of that. Those are the future of Manchester United. I think he has a whole lot of potential and opportunity to become the mainstay of Manchester United if he makes the move. However, him looking at Madrid is an easy way for you to be able to win titles, and that's why he's considering Madrid.
All right, and of course, winning titles is the goal. All right, that's how we wrap it up on Locker. I want to say big thanks, James, as well as my wife for being a part of the show. And of course, the guys behind the scene, talking about the likes of Shegun, Samuel, Jeremiah, and Ikechukwu. And of course, big thanks to Israel, all the way from Germany. He says, I love you guys. Sure, thanks for the update. Of course, we love you too, all the way from Voice of the People TV. And of course, the Locker Room crew. Continue to enjoy the best of VOP TV. And of course, for me, Jerry Apello High saying, stay safe, enjoy the Euros tonight.